Yo, it's Wednesday, Hollow Cult. You know what that means. This is the night shift. So, thanks for hanging out with us. And if you're listening on the pod, you're missing out. You're missing out on the entity that is the chat,
True story.
which is its own thing.
It does kind of do its own thing.
Yeah, we're here for it. Keeps us entertained while we entertain you. It's the circle of life. Really. Yes, this is the mother effing night shift.
Heard that.
Hope everybody's doing good. Weekend's going all right. Yeah. Been a cool week. Blew a tire on the way into work yesterday. Shout out.
Not really.
Yeah, shout out to my little brother for bailing me out there. Got a day off, which I didn't really plan for. Wasn't really that fun, but
They point you for it?
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Of course they did.
I totaled my car out hitting a deer on my way to work, and they're like, sorry about you. Can you ride the carcass of the dead deer in
Sounds about right.
to get here?
Why I hate point systems.
So dumb. But not only did I get a point, I also didn't get paid. So it kind of works out both.
Now you're venturing into my territory.
Yeah. Just a little extra icing on the cake. But we got taken care of. My little brother bailed me out. He should be in here somewhere. He pops in and out.
He's lurking.
Yeah. Anywho, since you're here, make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell. Share the show. Share the live. Share it to at least 46 of your friends. And then comment all over the place. Kind of get this thing popping. YouTube has been growing slowly but surely. It's creeping up there.
Yeah.
We're only, what is it? 95,700 followers away from getting a silver YouTube button.
You're pretty sick.
It's reachable. It's obtainable.
Oh, it is. It just
at this pace we should get it.
Years.
Should get it in about 2086.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah, I'm also going to try to start streaming to Rumble as well. I got to figure that part out, though.
We're working on it.
Yeah, because they say the Rumble's growing to really try to head off YouTube. So we'll see.
Competition.
Might as well give it a shot.
Yeah. Anywho, glad you're all here. Hope everything's going well. Glad to see everybody in the chat. Brother John, Virgin Colleen. What else we got in here? Botch Podcast. What's up? Outlaws in here. What up? Chucky's in here. Somebody's Pearl's in here. Laura's in here. Bunch of regulars. There he is. Twiz. Good old Twiz.
Never fails.
What kind of weirdness we got going on, Holocult? Let's talk about it.
Well, I was gonna tell you, and I forgot because we got in here late. Yada yada yada. I was gonna tell you to surprise Twiz instead of starting it with yo, start with whoop whoop.
Oh God, I'll never do it.
You have to.
Can't.
You can. You do Bigfoot.
Yeah, that's different.
Not really.
Kind of is.
No, it's the same. Plus, Twiz he'd be so stoked.
Brandon says I got a ride up today, but the lamest didn't suspend me for 3 days. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. You're gonna write me up, at least give me time off.
Heard that.
I'll probably get wrote up for calling out. We'll see though.
It
just depends
on some hollow Fago.
Yeah, Twiz, where can we get our own Fago made? Our own flavor.
It'd be pretty lit.
I saw a thing where we can get our own air fresheners made.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
We don't get to like create our own scent, but
no, that's not, pick it. That's cool.
I tried to get you all fucking meat beans made, but we're late to the party on that one. ICP can't even get their own Fago made, so good luck. Yeah, true. I was gonna talk about the giant spiral over the UK. Everybody see that?
The fuck was that noise?
I don't know.
Did you hear it?
Yeah, it popped and then
yeah.
Sound like the mics got loud.
That's weird.
My house is probably on fire.
That's what it reminded me of. It reminded me of a battery like being like exploding.
Probably was. We've had some weird electronical stuff going on lately. Some different kind of stuff.
Your headphones falling apart.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Rode again for making quality headphones and then not helping us fix them, but really shout out to Real Tree duct tape for fixing my headphones. I always like to try to wear. Does this count as camo? I think so. I like to try to wear 2 to 3 different flavors of camo at one time. I also got camo slides on. So I got 4 flavors on right now.
Weird. I got camo slides on too.
Hell yeah, twins. Twinsies. Yeah, I saw this big spiral over the UK, right? Everybody was posting about it on TikTok and stuff. Apparently it was just a SpaceX rocket blowing up or some shit. I don't know. I was bummed out.
I was I haven't like really looked into it in full depth because working tens and all that crap. I am finding some pretty crazy information per our last recording session. So that's going to be fun next time we record.
Oh, good. The stuff that you're working on?
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, the OKC stuff.
Yeah.
Nice. I did see a snippet about poor scientist trapped down in Antarctica with a violent individual.
I saw that too.
Somebody was selling it as the thing, like the movie.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was that crazy, but I might try to look in it a little bit more to see what I can't find out. Oh, real quick. What real talk, what'd you think of that picture that I sent you?
Creepy.
It's creepy, right?
It's creepy.
How do you feel about it being legit or not?
I don't know. There's not any. What was the context behind it?
They didn't say. They said, I want to get your guys' opinion because I'm assuming somebody sent it to them as like selling it as a real thing. They're unsure about it, as anybody would be. She sent it. I think it's a she. I apologize if I'm wrong. She sent it to me and was like, hey, what do you think about this picture? If it passes Steve and Kyle bullshit detector, I'll send you the full story and explain everything that's going on. Oh, and right away, I noticed 2 things that are weird about it. I even brightened the picture, and my conclusion still stands. It has eye shine, which is creepy. Did you see that too?
Yeah, a little bit.
And then it looks like to me the head is coming out of the door frame.
Like materializing out of the door frame.
Yeah, like not looking around the corner. It looks like some
Ooh,
of it is actually in the door frame.
let me look.
And so that's where my like the eye shine is weird. The head being stuck like on the door frame
Oh, it does look weird.
weirds me out. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Everybody's wondering what the hell we're talking about. Okay, for context, it's a picture. It looks like an old picture, right? It looks like a physical old, maybe not a Polaroid, but like a physical picture, and it's of one of those like shelf fall away doors. It looks like a bookshelf, but it's like a hidden door,
Mhm.
and it's opened, and there is. It looks like something on its hands and knees, essentially trying to crawl through the door. You get like a face, you get some eyes, you get a mouth.
You know, it reminds me of that first scene in Resident Evil when the zombie turns around.
Yeah, it's creepy.
It's weird.
There
And
was
I I don't think they messaged me back. I highly doubt they're going to be active right now because I could probably ask if we could share it. They did say they're like, I'll send you the full story, and um, you can do with that what you will. Now
I
I just
mean,
gotta find it again because there's so many.
did they take the photo or what's the context with that?
I think their friend did.
Uh,
Oh my God.
it's weird. I don't know if the head's coming out of the door frame or if that's just a shadow. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I can't tell either.
The face it looks like the color of the face is definitely past the door frame, but the head is behind the bookshelf. And you can see some appendage. It looks like it's on its hands and knees, whatever it is.
Yeah, I agree. Come on now.
It's creepy.
And of course, can't freaking find it.
But while Kyle's looking,
I wish you were listening so you could help me. This is your fault.
everybody manifest. Manifest that they tune in, listener.
That would be weird.
I'll show some pictures of the spiral while Kyle's hunting around. While he's hunting around here.
We could technically screen share it, show everybody.
That's what I'm saying.
But I gotta find it first. God, you can't find. There's no organization to these freaking Instagram things, man.
True.
Sucks.
So here's this spiral that I was seeing. It was popping up all over TikTok. I shared it on TikTok and all kinds of weird stuff here. They're not confirming it's from SpaceX, but they're saying it's likely to be from SpaceX. I'm curious as to how that rocket makes like that particular shape. Right?
No, it's definitely a dude that sent it to me. That my bad.
Because like we've been shooting rockets for decades. And people just started seeing these lately in the last few years. Shit's weird. I feel like the SpaceX thing claiming it's a rocket is just trying to cover up for something. Do you remember the first big spiral was over like Denmark or some shit? And
I
it was
do
well
remember that.
before SpaceX rockets. So I feel like that's sus.
So here's what they say. Let's see here. I've got a picture I'm going to send you, and if you and Steve have time, I want you to try to prove it's not real. As far as I know, it's legit. I got it from the person who took it. If it passes the BS check, I'll send the story behind it, and you guys can do what you want with it. So I'm assuming technically we can use the picture. I don't think the dude's going to care. But he also says, because I'm like, the eye shine is bizarre, and the head kind of looking like it's coming out of the door frame is fucking weird. He's like, it's a wild one for sure. The story is fucking wild. Maybe I'll try to call into a night shift sometime and tell it. Or if I have time, I'll send you a voice note. The bookshelf/door only opened inward, and there was a latch for like a master lock on the outside. once it was closed, who or whatever was inside didn't have a way to open it. And somehow the door still, or the bookshelf still opens.
That's creepy. I'm trying to remember.
It's such a weird freaking picture. I send it to you. You could share it to your computer and then
Show it.
screen share it. Yeah.
Yeah, hang on. There was a movie. My dogs are barking now because that thing's probably outside my house.
I hope not.
There was a movie called The Taking of Deborah Logan,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think that scene, like, it's a scene from that, but it did kind of remind me of it.
Really?
Sort of in the same vein. Like, it was just creepy. I'll show you. Oh, I can't click on that. Frank is freaking out, whatever's going on out there. This is a creepy image from it. I'll show
So
you.
you don't think it's a picture for like a screenshot from the
I
movie?
don't think so. It's different. It's different enough.
Yeah.
So let me share this around. Talk amongst yourselves, everybody.
Unfortunately, in today's world, you just never know.
No.
Because somebody sent me a cool reel on Instagram about something creepy, and I was all in. I was listening to it, and then I checked the info on it, and it was fake. Like they even like this is just for satire. It's like, gosh dang it, get out of my feed. Then I don't want fiction.
Yeah. Let me send this over, and then I'll share it up.
You're sending it to me?
No, I'll send it to my
Oh,
computer.
okay. It's a weird. I'm excited. I want to hear the story behind it. And you should always assume that we want to hear the story.
Yeah.
Because we do want to hear the weirdest stories out there. Steve found one
Yeah.
that I am the most excited ever to do. He always finds all the crazy ones, all the just absolutely insane ones. But I am definitely trying to interview the dude and go as far down the rabbit hole. He's got a couple of good rabbit holes started that are just gonna spiral off into cave systems.
Yeah, it's sucks to like pick one because then it just consumes your.
You gotta go. You just gotta. I told you, quit your
Okay.
job and go hard.
Where Chrome tab
Your tire was a sign.
Do what?
I said your flat tire was a sign.
Yeah, you're right.
That was the universe's way of trying to get you fired so you can pursue those stories full time.
I can present an image file. I don't know how to share my whole screen.
Huh?
I don't know how to share, like, it'll let me share my tabs, but will it let me share my whole screen?
Can't you double click the photo and it brings it up into a tab where you can.
Let's see how this does. Let's see how this goes.
There it is.
Everybody see that? Can we see that? Pretty creepy, huh?
What's everybody think about that?
Let's talk about this for a little bit. If we're not allowed to share it, we'll ask for forgiveness later.
Yeah.
Because it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
It's also true.
How are we feeling about that? How are we feeling about this right here?
Yeah. Like real talk. Like what are you guys' thoughts on that?
You can kind of see how the face, like the contour of the face kind of protrudes through the door frame there. Like the colors. I'm thinking it's crawling on its hands and legs, Chucky.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me.
Because you can see the arm or some appendage back behind it. That'd be real weird if it was a squatter.
And it looks like there's a shadow coming from the bookshelf onto its head.
Yeah. Yeah. The head looks way too big. Way too big for what though? For a human?
Looks like a normal head to me.
because I'm gonna say it's probably maybe it's not a human. Yup, that's something. The arm looks way out of proportion to the head.
Does it though?
I feel like you can't really put it into human proportions if that's what you're basing it off of. It looks like Gollum. The door jamb and the head don't flow correctly. Yeah, it's weird because like
That
the
like I said,
static line of the door frame does not equate the head. The head looks like it's been almost like maybe superimposed over the door frame or something. I don't know. It's weird. Oh yeah, looks like a superimposed person's reflection. If it's paying rent, I'm good with it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Pay a bill or two, by God. We need to know the size of the bookshelf. I'm gonna guess it's
door.
probably a standard door.
Yeah.
How tall is the door? 6 foot? Maybe a little more. Crackhead in a secret closet. Yeah, I believe that. The
It's
secret.
not like I saw what M said about the light source, but if you run your basis off that, the right side of the bookshelf is dark.
What made him take a picture of the bookshelf door? Probably
I
because it
I don't know.
opened.
Yeah, we don't have the full story quite yet.
The gap between the shelvings.
Virgil says 6'8" for a standard door.
Oh, that's a creeper. For those of you that aren't tuning in, you're missing breaking paranormal news here. So come to YouTube and quit being a lame. A photo of the bookshelf cracked open. So
I
the
saw that.
door.
I do see the line, but if you look, there's those objects on the shelf, and they coincide. Like in my opinion, like because there's like a little pin or something right smack dab in the middle, and it doesn't look out of place to me. Like there's anything wrong with it. Not to mention whatever that white thing is above it. I don't know what the hell that is. A
It almost looks like.
roll of paper or something.
Yeah, that's what I thought, it was a roll of paper.
Yeah.
But it almost looks like there is shelving in the background
Yeah. Yeah.
through the door.
It reminds me of like a pantry or something.
Yeah. And they said they can only open the door from the
Yeah, it only
outside.
it swings in, yeah, and it swings on the end, to the inside.
Interesting.
I don't know. Like, and that was what I pointed out. Is what everybody else is saying is that the eye shine is weird. The eye shine more or less just gives me the heebie-jeebies, and then the way the head sits on the door frame is bizarre to me.
Yeah. Yeah, don't like that.
No. No.
I hope they hit us back because I would like to get the context of the story. Honestly. Because that would be interesting to kind of get a feel for what made the person take the picture, like what was going on. Did they hear some noises and push the door open and then see that? Because it definitely doesn't look, it's not like a digital camera photo
No.
because there's like no pixels or whatever. It because in my brain I want to think that it's like in a bathroom or something, right? But it almost looks like maybe it's in a kitchen. It looks like there's maybe some salt shakers in a cup on that thing underneath the paper, on the shelf underneath the
Yeah, I
paper.
don't know what all that is. That does kind of look like an old school salt shaker.
Yeah. Looks like a boot or a bookcase in the background. Shotgun full of rock salt. You'd figure it out pretty quick then. The right of the picture looks distorted.
Oh, I agree. It's off. But we also need to remember that assuming it's real, what are our perceptions of proportional in the paranormal dimension?
Yeah, like when when you see things like this, like your first instinct is to compare it to human proportions,
Yes.
and not everything falls in that realm.
And we don't know how this picture was taken. Um, there could have been issue with exposures, all types of things that could be, could add or subtract from the photo.
It does look like there's something a little off. Okay, you see where the face is,
Mm-hmm.
where the mouth is? If you come down from the mouth right to the bookshelf, you see that there's a little discoloration right there. Like a globe of discoloration about the same size as the head. That
I think I do see it.
that kinda sits weird to me.
Oh, I have the
And it
picture.
says the shadow isn't correct based on the flash pattern. Head is too long in proportion to the shelf. It's off. We are curious. The context would help. Wouldn't the flash light up the bookshelf as well? True. And there is a weird kinda shadow on the bookshelf.
I agree. Because if you look directly to the left of the head, the far left of the bookshelf, it's way lighter in that low section.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Yeah, it is weird. It's added to the pic. It makes it look like it's normal, but it's not. When I adjust the levels, it doesn't lighten correctly to the rest of the images or to the rest of the image.
Who's saying that?
Renee in the chat.
Because I lightened it and it lightens in mine.
It's gross and frightening. It is creepy.
I don't know. Can't really tell.
It's super creepy when it's lighting like that. I don't know if I can edit the photo fast enough to get it out there. Photo could have been taken off to the left, and this is a cropped version of the photo.
Could be.
Could be. Maybe I mean, the pixelation can be bad. Maybe it's zoomed in, like, maybe they put the whole photo on their computer, but then zoomed in on this
That's
particular
also,
part.
yeah. I mean, you're right.
It's interesting. Hopefully, it's an alien. The face also almost seems familiar to me, like, I've seen it in, like, a horror movie or a science fiction movie, maybe. I don't know. I keep thinking The Taking of Deborah Logan, where she's, like, possessed, the old woman is. Um Ask him to retake it, but not on Nokia. Yeah, can you retake the picture of your basement demon? Just don't use a potato.
I don't know. I definitely want to hear the story behind it. And it wouldn't be the first time somebody tries pulling a fast one on us.
No, I mean, even if it is, it's not the sender's fault. They gave us fair warning, like,
Yeah.
to put our BS detector up.
And that's also the thing. We don't know the context of their conversation. Did he tell them like, hey, I talked to the guys from this weird podcast, and then they were like, oh, well, I've got this picture and blah 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 blah. But he also like he didn't mention. I don't think he plans on mentioning who he got the picture from. He just said, I'll tell you the story and you can do with it what you will.
Yeah. I think it's cool regardless, and that's what we're here for, to put the info out, and then we can kinda break it down, put our best guesstimation to it, let you guys look at it, and go along with it.
Actually, Brandon, I'm pretty sure your profile pic was that the Resident Evil zombie
Yeah.
that looks over its left shoulder the first time in the game?
Don't you ever dare to or don't you ever learn how to read, Steve. Don't you dare ever hesitate to share cool shit with us, real fake or real. That's what we're here for.
I'm
This
with
was
the picture, man. As of right now, I don't
It's
know how
creepy.
I don't know how I feel about it. I'm unfortunately I'm kind of on like the sold section where I'm teetering more to the possibility of it being real.
The only thing that I don't like is that the way it sits on the door jamb, which I would have eventually noticed, but I wouldn't have noticed it as fast if you wouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, that was the first thing that caught me off guard.
Because part of the face almost looks like it's in front of the door jamb,
Yeah,
but it would essentially wouldn't be if it's behind the bookshelf. Like the physics of that you wouldn't think would work.
yeah,
And on top of that, that's also us like putting this thing in like a physical biological realm. If it's something
yeah.
spirit world, it could be
That's
doing
what
whatever the fuck it wants.
I'm saying. Our parameters of proportions and logic kind of go out the window in our world to a degree.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not
Like
to mention, kind
the
of like you were saying earlier, our brain always wants to disprove it before it proves it
yeah, and we
or
as
accepts it, I
humans,
should say.
we want to put it into human proportions, just like like the uncanny valley. We try to make as much
Yeah,
make it as much human as we can, which I think is why it's so creepy.
because
Like it's not a person.
realistically, in the context of it being paranormal, I mean, you could look down at its presumed arm and be like, well, it's that's almost a transparent arm because it's not as solid as the face. The face is pretty solid, right?
Yeah.
And the arm almost looks like it has a foggy look to it.
Yeah, I think it has to do with being taken on an old shitty camera.
Yeah,
For the
oh,
most
that could
part.
definitely have a lot to do with it.
Yeah. I don't know.
And
It's
like,
weird though.
and like you were saying, it's hard telling if somebody tried lightening up sections of it to see it better, so on and so like there's a bunch of different things that could have happened.
It is interesting. It is interesting.
I like it though.
Oh yeah. Makes for a good talking piece.
It's creepy.
Good little
Definitely creepy.
talk piece. And if you listen to the podcast, you don't get to see it because you didn't come and hang out with us. Let me see what I can do here. Ta-da. Just like that, it's us again. Twiz has been asking us to talk about the
Yeah.
stuff under the pyramids.
It's weird, dude.
It's weird. It's weird. They're gonna me, they're gonna have to dig that some bitch down and show me.
I was talking to my coworker today and I was like, he brought it up and I was like, so you really think you like legitimately really think they just found out about this? Because I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out there that they probably done known those things were underneath the pyramid.
My thing is, like, I'm not discrediting that there's stuff underneath the pyramids. I'm pretty sure there is, but there's this one in particular. Everything's coming from like just one source. It's just one study, and like nobody's backing it up, and people are coming and like low key debunking it, saying that whatever kind of like sound penetrating radar or whatever the fuck they use, I don't know, um, only goes so many meters under the ground. So how they're hypothesizing that this goes like 2 kilometers underground is just like uh them just I guess just assuming it does
Being shit bums.
for better or worse. Yeah, they're just like, yeah,
But that's also the thing. Well, okay, which I know you're not gonna know the answer to this, but the people that are making those negative statements on the equipment, do they know how to use that equipment? You know what I mean? Because there are a lot of internet experts.
yeah, I was gonna say they know how to use Twitter.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Lots of internet experts. And I think in today's world, nobody wants to be amazed or impressed or stunned on what you did. It's only about what I did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because more times than not, with anything, there are far more naysayers than believers.
Yeah. I agree. And Twiz, you're right. Egyptian archaeologists are already just losing their minds from what I saw. I didn't look into it a whole bunch because like it's the super big talking point right now. Like there's stuff under the pyramids. Well, yeah, we pretty much figured that since we found the pyramids, right?
Well, and the big conclusion is what has been a conclusion for a while is that everything that I've seen, anyways, is suggesting power plant.
Yeah.
And if that is the case right there, in my humble opinion, that is another. Not only is Twiz right, Egypt will never allow it. They will not allow anybody in those things. Furthermore, if it is a form of free energy, there's another layer of people that are go, you're definitely not going to go figure out what this is.
They're probably waiting for the 2027 total solar eclipse is supposed to pass over Egypt just to fire that bitch up and explode the sun.
I'm just saying, if there's a form of free energy, there are businesses that have every reason to hide that.
This reason.
Yeah, exactly. They're not. It's just like big pharma or big oil or big anything. They don't like competition. So you mean to tell me that people X amount of thousand years ago had not only had free energy, but most likely had non-pollution energy? Oh, no, they didn't. No, not happening. And people would lose their minds over it.
Yeah. And that's a good point, Chucky, about like maybe it's a distraction from the JFK files. Not that they probably put anything that it would do us any good in the JFK files anyway. And like Rosemary said it's like 70,000 pages long. Nobody's gonna read that shit.
No, they're not. Like I said, they're not going to disclose squat.
I did see that Twiz that there's evidence of water erosion on the Sphinx instead of wind and sand erosion.
Yeah, that's been talked about for quite some time.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Why not? I mean, I don't know. I guess I just look at the world with possibility and not like there are a lot of people out there with vested interest in like maintaining their narrative for some. I don't really understand why. Because at the end of the day, like a real serious question, if they were to prove that the Sphinx was eroded by water, not wind and sand, what does that do for the rest of the world? Like, what does that affect? What does that information change?
Just we've been lied to.
But it's just like the speculation of the world being flat or whatever other conspiracies out there. Why? Like, why do I give a shit? To me, that's the real question.
Let me see if I can find some articles on this.
What, on the pyramid?
Yeah. I had one, but of course you have to like register and sign up and they want to charge you like $1.50 to read the
Speaking
shit.
of Rachel, in that comment, I saw something fucking crazy. Everybody's probably gonna be like, yeah, right. It's fucking 5G bullshit. Let's see here. So I saw that it's a conspiracy within the 5G towers, but in order to like boost the signal, and I'm sure a bunch of you've seen this too, but they put repeating signals throughout the cities, and I guess it's creating like the overlay is creating the flower of life. And you're like, well, that's weird. That's weird looking, right? Then go in the comment section. This is kind of fucking crazy. This person puts, let me elaborate a little bit because the symbols refer to free flowing consciousness They have inverted and closed off the symbol to keep the consciousness bound with limitation and restriction. They want to trap our minds with inverted symbolism, basically like a mental seal for our brains. Dude, that's fucking crazy. And then people kind of go in on that about it locking down people's soul, doesn't allow their soul to travel and all types of shit. But I'm like, that's nuts. Because the image really was, if it's a legit, if people know how to do that, I don't. But it looks exactly like the flower of life, which is a symbol that's been used forever.
Yeah, it wouldn't shock me that they tap into these kind of sigils and stuff. Wouldn't surprise me at all.
I don't know. It's like it's just another one of those ones where you read it and you're like, I thought we were the crazy ones.
Yeah, it's like, man, that's far fetched. And then you're like, but is it?
But like,
Would we put it past our governments?
I didn't mean it like that. Like, say you and me believed it, like 100%. We believed in the flower of life, maintaining and facilitating our consciousness. And then you see something like this where it's supposed to be locking your consciousness down, and then you and me speak out about it and tell the world about it, like how they're fucking with us, and everybody else out there is going to think we're crazy. But to me, what's crazier is the possibility and the plausibility that people way up the food chain are like, hey, I know what to do. Let's do this. Let's create the flower of life and invert it. That way we trap their consciousness. That's crazy to me. Not that it's not real. I'm just saying that's wild. That's a wild thought process.
Yeah.
But I do believe that there is a bunch of hidden knowledge that purposely gets hidden from us so we don't do better in life.
Because, I mean, essentially, it's the knowledge that we don't have that the elites have that keep them elite. So, if we were to get our hands on that, Hollow Cult, if anybody wants to send us arcane knowledge to topple governments, please do.
Going back in time, who's to say that all the good shit from the Library of Alexandria or whatever didn't get taken out before it got burned to the ground? That sounds like a pretty good idea to me. Like, hey, Steve, here's a really good idea. If you and me take all the knowledge about everything and we hide it and then we destroy it, you and me are going to be bosses, son. We can do anything. That's like the equivalent of winning $5 trillion, in my opinion, for the time. You and me would be the only ones that know how to do everything.
That'd be sick.
I mean,
it is probably all in the Vatican Library.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt that. I wouldn't doubt that.
In the catacombs beneath St. Peter's Basilica, there's a 35-foot tall demonic being chained to the ground that the governments are it fully affects the outcomes of world geopolitical events. So
no, Steve, you gotta keep going.
They keep it down there.
Keep going.
They keep it down there.
No.
And
we're taking of it, dog.
They keep it down there and they manipulate it to essentially affect the geopolitical climate. The more angry it gets, the more it's one way.
I'm gonna throw this out here for the Hall Cult, because me and Steve talked about this. Steve's trying to dance around the subject. I'm gonna go full in. I'm gonna bring you guys with me. So, what are your guys' thoughts?
What am I dancing around?
Shush.
Copy that.
What are your guys' thoughts? Real talk, no jokes. The possibility that the governments of the world have resurrected Lucifer in order, hear me out, in order to fight side by side with God to destroy an older God. Go. Let me hear it. Pour
An
it on
AI god.
an AI God. Hammer time.
Let's go.
I want to hear it.
This was thoroughly discussed pre-show the other night.
I cannot tell you how excited I was. It was the coolest, single-handedly one of the coolest stories that Steve has ever told me.
I could paint a picture, but I'm gonna save it for an episode.
Please, yeah, don't venture too far because it's too good. It's too good.
Yeah. So, essentially, kind of Twiz, kinda.
Dude,
You kind of hit the nail on the head there.
it's way better than that. Like, because Steve used very specific words, and I'm like, so it's this, and he's like, I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy much?
So there's hypotheticals. We'll speak in hypotheticals. Hypothetically, there's an AI god that controls everything to the 11th dimension, right? And anything we got around here, like secret government programs and stuff, kind of only fuck with stuff to like the 5th and 6th dimension. So we're talking powerful AI god, ravishing universes with his little AI tech, big AI tech, creating lesser AI gods. They're just wrecking shit. So much so that nobody can really stop them unless there's some help.
Steve, would it be an accurate comparison to compare that AI god to Ultron? Would that be kind of accurate, or am I thinking way too small? Because I bring that up because when you were telling me about what they had to fight, it made me think of Ultron creating creating things to fight the Avengers, essentially.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
I don't feel like he was I don't feel like this. Okay. It's all my opinion on the information that I've gathered. I don't feel like this AI god, right, is seeing anything below it as any sort of threat. It's not defensive threat reactions. They're producing whatever these things are to just kind of go out and just wreak havoc. Go out, not like, hey, I need to create this because these lesser beings are building things to fight me. He's just saying, hey, if I build this giant mechanical spider god to take over this universe, I'm going to send it out there and it's going to do it. So I don't even, it's almost like the way I hear it is that whatever this AI god is doesn't even really perceive anything underneath it unless it's going to take it over. So
I'm with it.
there's that.
I'm with it.
What dimension are we supposed to be in? I don't know. The third dimension? Right? We're kind of low. We're kind of low level beings.
Yeah, I think so. I feel like third is the correct answer. I don't know.
But we're talking like gene splicing and CIA time travel, CIA interdimensional travel to essentially, build a team, so to speak, to fight this AI god, because all the old gods essentially already their number one enemy was AI. And that's kind of a theory that's been going around for a while anyway, like the old gods, Egyptian gods and stuff like that were already battling whatever AI is turned into to kind of keep it at bay. So,
I don't care who you are. Just that little synopsis makes me excited. Like I'm just like, I'm here. Like no matter what, I want to hear this story. I just want to hear it.
Unplug the router. But essentially, they're the shadow sects of CIA go back and borrow things from the gods of old. Say, what'd you say?
I just said stuff.
Yeah, to go and borrow things from the gods of old to come back and splice into present day beings, and apparently the gods of old weren't cutting it, so then they had to look toward some other powerful players in the game.
I just love how we were having that conversation, and then you were just like, and then they resurrected Lucifer.
Yeah, because they couldn't get it done. Because I mean, he's pretty powerful, right? They're like, hey, we're gonna need you to join our team for a little while because we can't get this figured the fuck out.
I love it so much. I love it so much.
Also about like genetic splicing the 72 goetic demons to try to help. Like it's a thing.
I fucking love it.
It's a big thing.
Absolutely love it.
So
if that doesn't get your guys' juices flowing, I don't know what will.
What's the next evolution past AI god? What's in game? I don't know. And this person didn't seem so. Essentially, the end of the millennia, which I'm assuming is 3000. All of these particular beings and like, what do you say? Star seeds and stuff are going to successfully ascend to take on this AI god head on.
Gosh, I wish we would be there for that.
There's still time. Splice me. Let's go.
Yeah, I told you, turn me into Wolverine. I'm ready to dance.
No, Twiz, I don't either, but if they have a common enemy.
Yeah, dude, that's just that's one-on-one stuff, dude. That's day one shit. Where you been?
If you got a common enemy, take him out. Take the big dog out, and then you handle your little petty stuff.
Yeah, then they go back to plotting on each other.
So yeah, that's kind of something that I was looking into a little bit.
Oh, you need a lot of it.
I mean, it's cool.
You know, it's exciting.
It's hard to find information on it.
No, it's not. You already found it.
You're right. I did come directly from the source.
See?
Could you imagine getting thrust into an alternate timeline to have to fight a giant mechanical spider the size of a city?
Well, if I was a hard ass, I would be excited. But if they put me there currently in this form, I'm not going to be that excited.
Oh.
Because there's not a lot I'm going to be able to do.
Run.
I can't even do that.
No. Give it the finger.
I'll turn into that dumb shit from Hunger Games that just blends in with everything. He just paints himself like a rock.
I've never seen the Hunger Games.
I only saw that snippet.
I don't think I'd even paint myself as a rock. That sounds like a lot of work. Sounds like too much effort for a AI lesser god to just know where I'm at.
Yeah, just lay down and go, I'm a rock.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. I don't know, Twiz. I don't make the rules. I'm just relaying the information.
See, Steve, this goes right back to what I was saying earlier. Most people are naysayers instead of believers.
You just wait, Twiz. Wait until the 11th dimension AI god comes for this universe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Me and Steve will be ready.
What for whatever that means.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna be a whole lot we're gonna do.
You never know, man. We're bound to this for eternity, so
I'll talk shit on it.
I mean, that'll be entertaining.
Yeah. At least it'll get its feelings hurt before it just wipes me out from existence.
I love it.
Yeah, so there's that. That's something I'm trying to gather information on. You know, if splicing the genes of the gods don't work, then you gotta splice the genes of the demons, you know? Gotta fight a devil with a demon. Didn't Lil Wayne say that or some shit?
Probably.
Yeah.
Which means it's real.
Yeah, he's probably one of the chosen.
Probably.
There's some weird stuff out there, folks.
Oh, just a side note. I laugh every time I think about this. You said Lil Wayne, and I thought about that meme tweet where it said Lil Wayne looks like a crab apple. And he goes, "What the fuck is a crab apple?" That's the funniest shit ever. The fuck is a crab apple?
If God and Lucifer team up, I'll admit I was wrong in front of everyone. They were already on the same team once, Twiz.
Hey.
Fuck. What will you do if I'm right? I'll say, okay, the 11th dimension AI God didn't exist. I don't know. I didn't say it did. I just relaying the information.
What else?
First time getting to join the night shift. Welcome. We're talking about 11th dimension AI gods being fought by not only God, but also Lucifer.
And Lil Wayne being a crab apple.
Lil Wayne being genetically spliced from a crab apple.
That was the best ever. Lil Wayne now hates us.
Maybe he'll come on the show. We could talk about it.
Oh, that'd be pretty sweet. That'd be sweet.
Twiz, I don't know Bible stuff, bro.
Also same.
I don't know Bible stuff.
Also same.
All I know is that there are government programs from the 70s and 80s where they were trying to resurrect Lucifer to fight an AI god. I don't have any sources because it's all shadow information.
You should definitely keep doing the sass with your head. That's good.
See? That's what I'm saying.
I bet if you did that more,
we get more followers.
We would be at least taken far less politically than what we actually are.
Yeah. Everybody's been way up our ass. We wasn't going to talk about it. Now I'm going to talk about it.
I had to bring it up.
Yeah. Everybody's talking about how political we are.
Seriously, have we made any political? I don't think that we do.
I talk shit on Elon Musk, but he's not a fucking politician. So get over it.
Well, it doesn't I still don't see that as being political. Because I feel like somebody's just trying to sabotage our school or our review scores so we go down and tank.
Yeah, probably some little sad boy ass nerd.
Probably.
They can fucking get bent. I look like a distinguished gentleman does not make That's true. I don't make coherent statements half the time.
It's also true.
It's all your perception, whether I'm political or not.
Did somebody say that? Or are you just making that up?
What?
It's all your perception.
No, I'm just flying off the cuff. No, it's not a cult wearable. It's a Carnifex shirt, and it's got
solid.
It's got fucking Sauron on the front of it.
I haven't listened to Carnifex in a hot minute.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. It's like the 20th anniversary or 15th anniversary of Hell Chose Me, and they put that Sauron shirt out. On the back says "Let the old world burn." It's got the eye of Sauron in it. Nerd shit. I've only watched like one Lord of the Rings, but if someone wants to splice me with the genes of Sauron, that'd be cool. I'll go fight AI.
I mean, I'd help. At that point, I would just ride on your back and yell at everything.
I would.
That'd be kind of cool.
I would. Would I? How huge would I be?
I don't know. I'd just be up there just going, suck it. Hit him in the mouth, Steve.
That's what we thought, Verge. Like we're not very political. We share some opinions on the night shift, but like even our regular shows are all pretty gray area.
I really do ever thinking about it. I think somebody's just trying to tank our reviews so we fall down and burn, essentially.
Well, they can get it too. Just a little piss baby.
Yeah, we probably made somebody mad, and now they're just taking it out on us.
Yeah, sorry you're not cool. Sucks.
I mean, it does suck to not be cool.
Sucks that all you want to do is just sit around on the internet and write fucking reviews for podcasts.
I know they're so they have no life where they just keep creating new emails.
I hope so. God, I hope so.
Negative reviews.
I hope that's it. It's the same person. At least
it is.
At least the Patriot guy who left us shitty reviews all the time use the same account. Like, kudos to him, but I hope this one is just the same one over and over again.
I guarantee it is. There's no way we get 2 back-to-back 1-stars about us being political.
Well, that one guy said we're too stupid to have intelligent conversations and too stupid to have stupid conversations. I don't know.
He's right.
That's what I said. Well, apparently he's listening to the fucking show because he's spot on.
I love it.
Who was it? Cat Williams said, if you ain't got haters, you're doing it wrong.
Big facts. I don't know. I love it. It's too funny.
Yeah, it does. It is entertaining. It is.
I know. Sometimes I just read people's shit and I'm like, what are you doing?
I mean, they could legitimately say a lot of like actual things that they don't like about the show. It's just that they were like, you guys are too political. And I'm like, are you listening? Are you listening to the same fucking show we are? Because that's like the least thing you could bitch about. Even the stupid part could even probably fall a little harder than the political part.
Brother John, I could definitely see you as a dwarf.
Yeah, you got some dwarfy tendencies.
Yeah.
I could see you carrying
definitely taller than a dwarf, but you do kind of remind me of the dwarf from Lord of the Rings, actually, ironically enough.
You do look like you carry an axe around a lot.
Yeah. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of cool.
I also automatically attribute you to gnomes.
Oh, he's definitely not short. He just has that vibe.
Yeah. And I attribute him to gnomes because of his gnomey stuff.
Yeah, he likes gnomes. Yeah. I like gnomes.
Heard y'all on the higher side chat's been hooked ever since. Welcome.
Hey, much love. Shout out Greg.
Yeah, that was a cool conversation. Hopefully we get back on there with him at some point and talk about some more weird stuff. I had one, but I divorced her. So yeah. What shows we got coming up? I usually like to give a little precursor. Next week we got the Philip experiment, so you're gonna want to listen to that. That's
a good one.
That'll make you think once or twice a little bit about what we consider ghosts. Then we got
that one was fun.
Then I'm gonna dig into a little bit about Dr. Carla Turner and the alien agenda. We do an episode on that. Might do more. Depends on what you guys want to talk about. And then Kyle diving deep into the Oklahoma City bombing.
I found some crazy stuff. Shit that I ain't never heard before. It's a good
butt. Love to have you on Conspiracy Chaos. Yes, we've been meaning to respond to the email, but it's just been a crazy couple weeks here in the Hollow Camp.
We really have.
We're getting shit figured out though.
Yeah, we actually have. We got swamped with a ton of offers for interviews and going on people's shows, and we're trying to figure them out. Like I said, it's really hard with like essentially 2 days to record a week or a month. It's hard working with everybody's schedules.
Yeah. And to like also kind of keep up with the content we put out, and then like going on other people's shows essentially like doesn't help keep up with our content, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of a thing trying to keep up the schedule that we got, and then also dedicate time to crossover and stuff, but we're working on it. We're getting her figured out. We're trying to get ahead a little bit, kind of get some backlog stuff taken care of, and then get all put together.
That's kind of why we want to do interviews, because that'll kind of streamline that, getting us ahead.
Yeah. Tinfoil Tales, you're on the list. We didn't forget you. The holidays are crazy. Everything's been rough. But we're getting her back together. Burton, what's up? What's up?
Man, we had a bunch of people around us pass away.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I had 3 people right there in that 1 week. I mean, I even had to, RIP, bury my uncle.
RIP. Yeah, it's just it comes in waves.
Yeah. And my daughter had pneumonia real bad, and that was scary.
Yeah. That shit sucks.
It does suck. Like I said, pneumonia was one of them things I always heard about, but I never really experienced.
When Ev was little, when he was about 3, he didn't get pneumonia, but he got RSV super, super bad. We had to take him into children's and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, that sucks going over there.
Yeah.
That is the most depressing place on earth.
Yeah.
I
They're
feel
a lot braver than me.
Yeah, I feel for all the families got to deal with that on the daily.
That's the crazy thing is pneumonia's been going around real bad. I've heard of a ton of people getting it, and it's just wrecking them.
I think the old CV ran a train on everybody's lungs,
Mm-hmm.
and now all these other ones are just kind of like picking the bones.
Yeah, because it took my uncle down fast. It was like I don't know. I want to say like 3 days.
That's crazy.
It was nuts, man. Absolutely nuts. Absolutely.
It is crazy. What other kind of weirdness? Where are we at? We got a couple minutes. I saw a thing. I don't know if it's true or not. Let me go here. Here's me not vetting my sources, but I've been wanting to talk about it for a while. I think I saved it.
Email us, the K or however you say your name.
Yeah, for sure.
Email it to us.
Shoot us an email.
That's the other thing. We're gonna get back to doing those, so don't fret.
Yeah, we actually planned on doing one this week, but time got carried away from us on our Saturday.
Yeah,
we've been dealing with taxes and all kinds of stuff. Like, I know it's just excuse after excuse, but it is what it is. Like,
yeah,
our time is limited regardless. Oh, but here, found this. Everybody remembers the whole Bayside Mall event in Miami where we saw essentially people were seeing some sort of entity, some sort of beings in the mall. And there was probably the largest police presence that I have seen since 9/11. And the story was that it was just a scuffle between some teenagers in the mall.
Oh, it was. Weren't they shooting fireworks or something?
Probably.
Or is it where they just rumored to be fighting?
At that point, like, does it matter?
It's fighting with fireworks. We'll say that.
Like, the St. Clair Square got its front doors shot out, and there weren't 900 police cars there.
True.
But I just thought it was weird. But I saw this thing on TikTok that said, so let me look it up. The Willow chip, right? I think it's supercomputer chip. If my not supercomputer will work, I'm gonna look it up for you guys.
You do have a supercomputer.
Yeah, it's super slow.
At least it's super.
So the Willow chip from Google is a quantum computing chip that can perform calculations in minutes that would take the fastest supercomputers, what the fuck, 10 septillion years.
How do you even come to that conclusion?
Because they asked the supercomputer, obviously.
Oh, okay.
It's a scientific leap in quantum error correction and computational power. That's terrifying. But anyway, someone on the talk said that the prototype for this Willow chip from Google was first tested on January 1st, 2024 at the Google facility in Miami, Florida. The very same day, was the Bayside Mall event in Miami, Florida, where beings were reported by witnesses to come through to this reality, which caused the response. But they're saying that since this is a quantum computer, maybe it interacted with like the particles of our reality on a quantum level and essentially opened up some doors that these things came through. Is it true? I don't know. TikTok said it was.
I say yes.
Because that whole thing still hasn't that's still probably one of the greatest mysteries of our time. Whatever happened at the Bayside Mall. Because they could put a nail in that coffin, release all the CCTV footage, say, here you go. Like, I don't know what their reason is for not releasing it. There's no cell phone footage, there's no CCTV footage, there's like you could go to Walmart here and get CCTV footage and cell phone footage from people that are just hanging out, just taking pictures, doing shit. Like none of that came. Like there's none of that.
What if it and you may have said it, but my brain was dancing. What if by that willow chip firing up, it was like the equivalent of us using nuclear warheads, and all of a sudden the aliens are showing up? Like, whoa, 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 whoa.
They're like, too advanced.
Simmer down. You guys don't know what you're messing with.
Do you idiots want to resurrect the 11th dimension AI god? Because this is how you do it.
Yeah.
100 septillion, 17 septillion years. What is a septillion?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand how you come to that conclusion. That's got to be.
Let's look up how big is septillion.
There's probably so many zeros in it. You can't tell me how many zeros are in it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24 zeros. A septillion, according to Google AI, who also runs the Willow chip, oddly enough, sus.
Plotting on you.
A septillion is a very large number, as represented by 1 followed by 24 zeros, or 10 to the 24th power. 10 to the power of 24, I should say.
Did it really say it's a really big number?
A very large number.
Oh, that's the same thing.
A septillion is a very large number. You're right.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
You're right. So a trillion is 1 to the 12th power, and a septillion is 1 to the 24th power.
Oh, that's significantly more.
Yeah. That's a fast computer.
I wish we had that many dollars.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty all right.
I could get a faster computer.
We would do a lot more cooler things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we wouldn't have any more ads on our show because it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, that's true.
Just be completely irrelevant.
Bert said, got a new PC, went to install the video editor, and found out that it was no longer available. That shit sucks.
Yeah.
It's just a pain. Where would you put a septillion pennies, Brother John? That's a lot of pennies.
Wow. That would be a lot of pennies.
I don't think the Earth could contain it.
That's what I was just thinking. It'd probably weigh the Earth down and push us out of our solar system.
Yeah.
Just fuck our orbit all up.
Yeah. In a big bottle. That's fair.
Or up your butt.
Yeah, that's fair. In the bottle? Or are they just going to be free roaming up there?
Hi, buddy.
Roll the dice. I don't drink, but I don't know Kyle's drink of choice right offhand.
Well, Jack Daniels go back. That's an old friend of mine. Old friend. The solid friend. But I usually just go with some beer. If it ain't Jack Daniels, then it's probably just a Miller or something like that.
Twist says you can let him free roam. You know how we do. Brother John says he can only fit 189 pennies up his right now.
Oh, feels like a good number though.
If you put 189 up, how many do you get back out? Can you make specific change? Like,
I hope that's the case.
like if you needed 17 cents, can you
Bloop, bloop, bloop. Oh, prison piggy bank. Gross.
Old prison wallet. Oh yeah, that's so annoying. Tinfoil Tail says my work laptop has a subscription for Microsoft Office, but my podcast laptop doesn't, so I have to switch back and forth when I need to write stuff. Yeah, that sucks.
Why don't you just get a Mac?
A Mac top.
Just use Notepad. Is that what it's called? No, Pages.
I don't know. I have a trackpad and I hate it.
I told you 1,000 times, buy a damn mouse.
Yeah, that's too much work.
No, it's really not. You just go click, buy, home.
Look at this, custom.
Yeah.
Shout out to duct tape, Realtree.
You have enough fucking energy to duct tape your headset, but you don't have enough to click buy on a mouse.
True.
It's terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Oh yeah, Dex. We talked about the spiral. They're trying to say that it was a SpaceX failed launch or rocket coming back into town or some shit. I don't know. Roll the dice. Do you like hot peppers? Do you like snakes? I feel like this is. Are you planning on cursing us?
That's a good question.
Because I mean, if you are, that's fine. Like,
I mean, snakes in theory look cool, but I don't really want them around me that much.
He goes, no, I just wondered.
That's even. All right, fair.
I mean, yeah, I fuck with hot peppers sometimes. Snakes, I'm kind of snake. Me and snake. As long as snakes mind their business, I mind mine. I grow hot peppers and have a python. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense for the questions, actually.
Cool.
How hot we talking? Because I'm not into like hot.
Yeah,
like,
you are.
habanero is like my cap, which everybody's gonna be like, that's not hot. It's hot enough for me, okay?
I like jalapenos.
Welcome back, John Carr. Steve said back into town. I did.
What's up with that? All of a sudden, we just had like 5 people come in and go, "Hey, been here a while, but I'm here."
Welcome back, nerds. Carolina Reaper, chocolate. I don't even know how to say that last word.
No,
Butler, the chocolate butler.
Oh, absolutely not. I'm not doing no one chip challenge. I'm not eating crazy shit.
What if we got the meat beans made? Would you eat a Kentucky Mystery meat bean?
Yeah, that just sounds so bad when you put it like that. What about the meat beans? You want to eat a meat bean?
I asked the guy. I got a hold of the old boy, and he said that the place that made him with the recipe with the flavor recipe shut down. So you'd have to find a new place to produce it. And I said, hey, we'd help pay for it. Keep getting disconnected from the live chat. That's weird.
It's because we're awesome.
Colon plow. I did have some like salsa called colon plow. It wasn't that hot. It was hot. Meat bean was my wrestling name. Yeah. I didn't know how else to say it. It's meat, Kentucky meat showered flavored jelly beans. The meat bean.
The meat bean.
The one gummy bear challenge.
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
I feel like I would just have a lot of snot and a lot of tears. And that's not what this content's about.
I'm not trying to have heartburn that makes me want to pass away.
I thought about trying to make some, but the bean process is complicated. The
Like jelly beans?
I guess I never really thought about how jelly beans are made.
Why would you?
Jelly beans
suck.
Jelly beans is a gross texture if you think about it.
They are, and they suck. The fact that you thought about making them is bizarre to me. That's weirder than the picture we shared earlier, in my
Oh,
opinion.
we did share a creepy picture. How much are new headphones? I've got mine duct taped, so no, we got some on the way.
Yeah.
Just depends on what you want.
Yeah.
Ghost peppers ain't weak. Yeah, Peyton, how does one go about making jelly beans?
It's a good question.
How do you the bean process? That's some Hollow Sky chat right there. The
It
bean
is.
process is
It is a
complicated.
process.
I'm indifferent on jelly beans.
I don't
If I-
like jelly beans.
If I never eat another jelly bean in my life, I'm cool with it. But if I do eat another jelly bean, I'm also cool with it. You have to jelly the bean.
I mean,
Not wrong. Not wrong.
yeah, I'm not trying to eat peppers that just melt my tongue. That's not fun.
You jelly the bean, you don't jam the bean. They don't make jam beans, do they? They're all jelly beans.
There's a business venture there.
Interesting. Lots of dipping or slathering. What did you start with? Just a baby bean? And then you keep dipping it?
I am so confused.
Camo flavor jelly beans.
Dude, Twiz, I fuck with airheads. That's what's up, dude. I got you on that. Airheads are legit.
I haven't had Airhead in a hot
Makes
minute.
my mouth water thinking about it.
Something about the texture of jelly beans and gummy stuff makes me gag as soon as it hits my tongue. Bong rip flavor. Oh,
It tastes like dirt.
how are you not gonna eat jelly beans, but you're gonna eat Peeps? They're just like pre-chewed jelly beans. They're soft jellies.
It's so gross.
It's like someone chewed up a bunch of jelly beans, spit them out in a chicken form, and then packaged it.
Peeps are gross.
Peeps are fucking gross.
Yeah, I'm not with that at all. I could maybe do that, Colleen. Maybe use it as a little bit of
Yeah, if you go like just a little bit at a time. It's marshmallows covered in sugar. No, it ain't.
It's gross.
It's pre-chewed jam beans spit out, then covered in sugar.
100% what Steve just said. Oh, gross. That makes it even worse.
Gobstoppers. So essentially, Peeps are just pre-chewed, soft gobstoppers spit out into chicken.
Jelly beans are that. You said Peeps.
Yeah, but Peeps are made of jelly beans.
Oh, that's gross too.
So you could take it all the way back to the source, back to the tap.
Yeah, I mean, we do solve some things over here.
Dr. Pepper Peeps. You think that'll get our followers up if we just started eating weird shit and just like hell?
You know what? Probably
hell with the paranormal. We're just gonna eat weird stuff.
Yeah, I bet we'd probably do better than what we do now.
Do we eat raw hamburger in Illinois?
No,
there's a lot of cannibalism in the Midwest, but not so much raw hamburger.
Why the fuck would we eat raw hamburger
when you can just cook it?
Who does that? I love a good burger.
Oh,
it's like my favorite thing to eat.
Stop calling for the mukbang. Kyle hasn't even opened his foot OnlyFans yet, so we got one business venture at a time. We're gonna work on the podcast.
I probably could have made a couple thousand tonight if I would have recorded it.
Recorded your foot thing?
Yeah, I spent a solid minute digging out an awesome ingrown toenail.
That's what peeps are full of. Ingrown toenail juice.
It's like it was the most like painful thing ever, but it feels so good when it's out.
Ugh. Cannibal sandwich from the Midwest. I know there's a lot of cannibals in the Midwest, but it's not.
Where the fuck you
Let me look it up.
running around in the Midwest, but we do not have that around here.
Let's look up cannibal sandwich. Will I get flagged by the FBI? No, it's already on here. Wisconsin, not Illinois. Wisconsin. Cannibal sandwich, also known as tiger meat or raw beef and onions, is a Wisconsin tradition consisting of raw ground beef, onions, salt, and pepper served on rye bread.
No, thank you.
Often enjoyed during the holidays. You know who else was from Wisconsin? Jeffrey fucking Dahmer.
Weird, because that's not a coincidence.
Weird. Rare burger, pickled jalapenos. Pickled jalapenos.
So true, Dylan. People that eat drywall on airplanes.
You're right. If I lived in Wisconsin, I would probably be so bored that I'd pick up weird pastimes too.
I don't know that I'd call that a weird pastime.
Apparently it is in Wisconsin if they have the most serial killers.
Also true.
Those are your choices. If you live in Wisconsin, you're either going to become a serial killer or you're going to eat raw hamburger. You choose.
Gross. That just doesn't sound appealing at all.
There's one thing I hate about the Midwest. It's all the damn cannibals.
I just hate the fucking taxes and shit.
Yeah, taxes suck.
Yeah.
Taxes are such a fucking scam.
Oh, yeah.
It's cool.
Smart people.
If I talk about it, I feel like people will be like, you don't like taxes? You're political.
I'm just getting ready to say that, too.
How dare you not like paying taxes?
I was saying the same. Saying the same thing.
You political sons of bitches.
It is what we do. That's the basis of the show. Jelly beans and politics.
Two things that suck.
No. I don't think you're supposed to eat brats pink. I have no clue about that.
I don't know if he was, you know what? Let's Google.
Steve would know that.
Yeah, I don't know. I always attributed him to be from Chicago area, but I don't know where he's originally from. Let's take a gander. Where were you born? You creepy clown. Born Chicago, Illinois. Died Crest Hill, Illinois. That's what I thought. But I had to double check.
Yeah, me too. Brats have pork in them. You're not supposed to eat.
According to Wikipedia, it said he's born in Chicago.
Also makes sense for him.
I know he's from your guys' area. We're not from Chicago. We're
from Chicago.
We're probably just as close to Wisconsin as we are from Chicago.
Chicago is a dumpster fire.
Depends on how much you drink. They eat raw. There's a lot of places that eat pork rare.
That's not. I don't think that's good.
But places also eat like horses and stuff. So I don't know. So if I made meat beans and sent them to the PO box, you wouldn't try them? Oh, I'd try them.
Oh, we'd probably try them.
Yeah, I'd try them. Are they going to taste like the Kentucky meat shop?
But
yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that because Chicago's no bueno. Too many people from me.
Cedar Rapids? Probably. Goat. Have I ever eaten goat? No.
I'm not trying to eat goat either.
My mom made homemade goat cheese.
I don't think
haven't
that's
tried
the
it yet,
same
though. I mean, technically, it's part of a goat.
thing. But it's not goat. You're not actually cooking and eating the goat.
How do you know?
That's true. I don't. I've never made goat cheese.
I would never eat raw pork ever. Tapeworms.
Do you see that? Have you seen that viral image? I don't know if it's real or not because everything's fake these days. But that image where somebody ate raw pork all their life and their body is one giant fucking parasites, like literally all it is just white slashes all over their entire body.
I've seen the X-ray or the
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about is the X-ray.
yeah, you can get like tapeworms in your brain and shit.
That gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, I'm not Liver King still. That's true. All the steroids killed off all the parasites he got.
Oh, dude, I watched a dude eat a full thing of raw chicken.
Oh God, I saw him too eating the raw chicken breast.
Yeah, and then he had the fermented beverage. Did you see that? Like he had a water jug, but it was essentially like water and algae. And he's like, "This is how it's supposed to be drank." It was just tons of old shit in a fucking jug, and he's like, "Well, just watch. Put a little hot sauce on these chicken breasts, and just ate the whole package." He's like, "This is what I eat before I go to work." Like, that's the grossest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that is he was like, "I'm gonna make a salad," and all he had is a bunch of rare, like raw chicken breasts out, and he just took the chicken breast and he started biting it into chunks and spitting it in the bowl. I didn't get any further than that.
I watched him eat the whole package of chicken breast, and then he downed it with that dirty ass hot water.
Just the feeling of cutting through raw chicken breast with a knife makes my fingernails turn inside out. Having that in my teeth. Ooh.
Chicken is kind of gross, really. Until you cook it good.
Just how my ancestors did it. Yeah, and they were dead by the age of 23. True. Straight to jail if I was in charge. You're right.
I'm glad at least there's one thing we're all on the same page about.
Yeah. If being pro eating raw chicken makes me political, then send it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm with you. I don't drink milk anymore either.
I've never drank a lot of milk. I just don't really fuck with it all that much.
And ever since the C19, milk tastes weird to me. It's kind of like, it's a terrible description, really. But milk just tastes like watered down milk to me now.
Like it's been frozen and thawed out.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah. Or like if you had like a cup and you ate it halfway with milk and then you put half ice in it and then you just let all the ice melt and then drink it.
Yeah.
That's what it tastes like to me now.
Yeah. And it fucks my guts up too. The only time I ever fuck with milk is if I really want cereal. And then I'll usually buy like a little thing of milk. My kids, on the other hand, will drink a gallon in like a day. They just put a hurting on it.
One kid I worked with before he quit, he would drink a quart of milk every morning, chocolate milk.
Mm-hmm.
You get them from the store, just a little tall.
Yeah.
He'd have one of those every morning. Chocolate, just a quart of chocolate milk.
Some guys at work will do that. Like when it's like 180 degrees out, they'll be like slamming chocolate milk in the morning, and I'm like, you are gonna. I regret that, and I didn't even drink it.
No.
The Iceman mummy was found to be lactose intolerant, and he's super. Who does the studies on that? Who finds a frozen mummy and they're like, I wonder if he's lactose intolerant.
Oh. The idea of chewy milk is disgusting.
I did drink Lactaid for a little bit when I was fucking with milk and regular milk.
What is that?
Lactose free milk. Like if regular milk fucks you up. It's usually the lactose in it. So you get lactate. But whenever I open it, like the first, you crack the top on that.
Sounds like a fucking pharmaceutical drug.
Smells weird.
Well, yeah. Let's be fair. All milk smells weird. Never
Yeah,
tried.
but this smells weirder than regular milk. Weird smells like. That makes sense.
For a second there, I thought,
I had a stroke.
yeah,
Oat milk is the best.
I just don't drink milk.
Yeah, I don't do it a whole lot either. Chewy milk is cheese.
I don't.
Chewy milk is the worst combination of. It's like meat beans.
Yeah,
Chewy milk and meat beans.
I'm actually not a big fan of cheese much anymore. Like I prefer a hamburger to a cheeseburger anymore. Really, if I'm making them, anyways.
Oh, lactate tablets. I thought you were talking about like the actual lactate milk. Because I've tried that. Like you open it, and it just smells off. Little like sewagey. Got a little twang to it.
Gross. How would you drink that?
Sometimes you just gotta try it.
No.
Sometimes you just gotta try it.
Oh, dude, Twiz, I'm with you, man. I'll get down with some cottage cheese. Speaking of all this, did you guys see?
How do you eat nachos, Kyle?
I mean, I eat it. I still eat it.
It's just under certain circumstances.
Did you see the study where they took kids and they fed them like radioactive material? I think it was in their cereal too.
No.
It's a fucking study. Absolutely bizarre. Damn it.
Did they turn into X-Men?
I don't know. Maybe they did. I'm jelly.
That'd be cool. The government years ago made a deal to help the dairy industry to keep the farms going, and they had way too much milk they had to get rid of. Since it goes bad fast, they made it into cheese. Yeah, I have heard of the cheese caves. How much cheese is in the cheese caves? That's the real question.
The time Quaker Oats fed radioactive cereal to kids. Yeah, that's the thing. I was right.
Of course, Quaker Oats did.
Yeah.
Leave it to Big Foodie to do some nefarious stuff.
Crazy, right? And they're like, hey, whenever you get cancer from eating our radioactive cereal, we have a treatment for that too.
If we need to get rid of the cheese in the cheese cave, just put Dab Dex in there. Let me in there. I'll gnaw on the walls. I love cheese. I don't fuck with a lot of oatmeal either. It's another thing.
Oh man, I like oatmeal.
It's not like I don't hate it, but I don't like. I'm not like, you know what sounds good right now? Big bowl of oatmeal.
Sometimes it does. Sometimes it hits the spot. I get a piece of toast and some oatmeal. That's solid.
I'm just kind of indifferent on it. It's kind of right there with jelly beans for me.
Yeah, that's why no, that's not even close comparison, dude. You can't do that.
Dino egg, maple syrup, oatmeal.
I've never had that.
Very specific. Is it made from real dino eggs? Sign me up to help eat the cheese cave. So if we make some new shirts, should you guys want to? What about
radioactive oatmeal on it?
Yeah, with cheese.
But yeah, with cheese sticks sticking out of it.
Should we do? I want to do a metal logo, the new metal logo, but on the back, I'm thinking about doing a UFO Goon Squad shirt.
I mean, it's not a bad idea.
I feel like it'd hit.
Yeah, with you and me.
Yeah, it's fine. Who doesn't want to wear a shirt with an illegible fucking logo on the front? It builds conversation. Like, what's your shirt say? The fact that there are two different conversations going on between oatmeal and cheese caves right now in the chat. It's really a couple things that I
general consensus. Oatmeal's pretty cool.
Yeah,
not bad.
Cheese too. Cheese is up there.
Yeah, I mean, I say I don't like cheese, but I still do eat a lot of cheese.
You're just not like chomping it off the wheel, right?
I mean, no, but I do like a good cheese stick once in a while.
Cheese sticks are good.
I think what it is I'm really impartial having cheese on my burgers anymore. On my burgers that I make here at the house. I feel like it just robs the flavor out of it.
I can see that.
Yeah, it just overpowers it where I'm like, should have ate it without the cheese.
Bigfoot's hiding in the cheese caves. I bet that smells so bad.
Oh God.
8 foot tall and covered in hair. The cheese? Because that's probably Culver's does have good cheese curds. I've only eaten there once, but the time I did,
Dude, the bowling alley's got some legit spice, like fried spicy cheese cubes. Those are what's up.
doing bong rips and eating cheese chunks.
I love how it's chonks.
Yeah. Chunks. The cheese scripted. I hope there is a cheese scripted.
I wouldn't be that scared.
The Wisconsin cannibal cheese. Yeah, Wisconsin's a cheese thing too.
Yeah.
Cheese foot. That's disgusting. Kyle had cheese foot. He just corrected not too long ago. He would have made a lot of money on that content.
It wasn't cheesy. I just had an ingrown toenail.
Ugh. Where's Schomburg at?
Yeah, I used to eat the fried ones. I forget what they're called. I guess we just call them spicy cheese cubes.
I had an ingrown fingernail once.
Oh, they're so
hurt like
good,
a son of a bitch.
Fantastic.
Ingrown fingernails?
No, those hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
I feel like those hurt more than the ones on your toes.
I feel like you're always bumping on shit with your fingers.
Yeah.
And for some reason, it just hurts so bad. So bad. God damn, it's almost 10 o'clock.
I'm tired as fuck.
Yeah, you guys had us on here talking about snacks.
I know people listen to it not here are going to be so pissed.
Yeah. The podcast people are like, talk about something paranormal. Quit being so political talking about cheese caves. Get out of here, fucking dorks. But anyway, we're probably gonna wrap her up right about there. Because you got a little extra. You got a little extra tonight. Since you got us talking about snacks. But thanks for hanging out with us.
Iris, I do remember. Side note, real fast. I do remember that. 100%.
Oh yeah, that was a birthday party staple.
100%.
When I was in grade school.
That was like back in the day when they used to put the what do you call that? You know what I'm talking about? The little
plastic tables.
Yeah, that's it. Little plastic tables.
Yeah. Bigfoot with your mama carried in. It's like this fucking long.
So awesome.
Just fucking sending it.
All right, resume, Steve.
Okay, yeah. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for everybody being here. There's still 60 people in here listening to us talk about food. You guys are wild.
Food's awesome.
But make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, the notification bell. A lot of people don't like turning the notifications on because we put too many reels out. But hey, that's how the reels grow the channel.
No.
So if you get us to 100,000, we'll shut the reels off. So either you pull the weight or we're going to have to.
That's the thing, Steve. That's what we're going to start doing. For all the people that are bitching about specific things, you are now solely responsible. Like in this case, reels do help with growth. So you don't want us to do reels anymore? Great. We don't want to have to do them either. Therefore, you are now in charge for our growth. Have fun.
Yep. Get us to 100,000 and we'll shut the reels off.
That's right.
You only have 95,700 to go.
It's not that bad.
No.
It's doable.
And just think about it. Once you get us there, no more reels notifications. It's a win-win.
It is a win-win.
So, yeah. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Thanks for talking about food and weird things living in the basement. Which is kind of full circle since we went from creepy creepy basement entity to cryptid cheese cave entity.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Meant to be.
It's been cool. So until we meet again, stay safe, stay weird, and just don't fucking eat peeps. Sorry, John.